WROI News. Your news tips are welcome at 223-6059. This is WROI News.
.1 WROI. It's time now to take a look at your local news. The news today is brought to you by your Fulton County REMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, and by Wendy's Restaurant, 2340 South Main, Rochester. Wendy's is way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Currently sitting at 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies here in downtown Rochester. We'll have a look at your full weather forecast a little bit later on in your news. Rochester Schools Superintendent Jana Vance was our guest on the WROI Schools Report. The schools are juggling some renovation projects with the beginning of the school year, and Mrs. Vance told us about those.
We're working on a weight room facility for the high school, and we'll be breaking ground for that right after the football season ends. And then one facility that community utilizes, and we hope will begin to utilize more, is the reconstructing of the auditorium as well as the middle school gym. So those we're going to have to be very strategic in our scheduling process. It's never a good time when they're utilized so much, but we're going to try to do that with the least amount of impact that we can.
Mrs. Vance went on to talk about the schedule for these projects and how they will be paid for.
We anticipate that we will be done with all of these projects the fall of 2020. And again, want to thank the community and the board and former boards in regards to their well thought out planning for the bond funds and how that impacts taxpayers, and how we are strategically set up so that as some bonds fall off, we're able to pick up more and keep that momentum going without an increase to the taxes here locally.
And again, that was Rochester Schools Superintendent Jana Vance. Purdue Agricultural Specialist Mark Kepler was our guest on the WROI Extension Program. We had some very hot weather this summer, and Kepler talked to us about how that can affect the corn crop.
During that time it was firing happened to be pollination time. So what I'm really more concerned about is that pollination. That's when you need your rainy, wet weather or some water coming into it. So the firing means those bottom leaves have dried up and died. The corn plant has essentially sacrificed those bottom leaves to keep itself alive. From a production standpoint, those bottom leaves aren't that big of a deal. It's the top leaves are the ones that get the sunlight, that get all the energy from the sun that we put in through photosynthesis that keeps that plant going and produces that crop. So yeah, it has taken a hit with those leaves fired down there like that. There's no doubt about it. It's just more of a symptom of what had happened during pollination.
He went on to describe what happens during the pollination process.
During pollination, pollen comes off the tassel, drops down to the silt. It germinates, which is kind of hard to think about, but it actually germinates on that silk and sends a little tube down that long silk down to that kernel that's in there, and that's when pollination occurs down that tube. And if pollination is worked, you get a blister, and then you eventually get a kernel coming out. If it's been too hot, too dry, issues with the pollen being clipped by insects, then you don't get that happening, and then you'll pull up an ear, and then on this ear you'll have blanks.
And again, that was Purdue Agricultural Specialist Mark Kepler. We'll be back with a look at your full weather forecast after this.
Your Fulton County REMC is proud to offer the new Faster Exceed satellite internet service. They can now connect customers to their fastest satellite internet service ever, with broadband speeds up to 12 megabytes per second. For homeowners with fewer options for internet service or who live in rural areas, there's no better option than Exceed Broadband. Share photos remarkably fast. Enjoy better video chat with less jitter. Send and receive files quickly. Exceptionally fast web browsing and email. Listen to streaming music. If you're ready for a faster internet connection, you're ready for Exceed Broadband. Call 574-223-3156 today to learn more about the amazingly fast Exceed Broadband service offered by your local Fulton County REMC, your Touchstone energy provider. And now take $50 off all new Exceed internet installs with your Fulton County REMC. Call them today.
And now for something deliciously different from Wendy's. Wendy's Double Stack is still an option in the 4 for $4 with a quarter pound of fresh beef, 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. That's a deal so good it should not exist. Like how owls shouldn't be able to turn their heads all the way around.
Whew, Wouldn't like that deal.
The 4 for $4 with your choice of a double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. A deal so great, it's impossibly good, but not for long.
At participating Wendy's for limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and a drink. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
And again, we are sitting at 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies here in downtown Rochester. Culver is at 84. The Grissom Aeroplex is at 87. We continue to see a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. We have a high near 87. Tonight, we see showers and thunderstorms, a low around 70. Tomorrow, chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm, a high near 82. Tomorrow night, we see a chance of showers and thunderstorms and a low around 66. On Wednesday, chance of showers in the morning, mostly sunny otherwise, a high near 83, a low around 64. Thursday, sunny skies, a high near 86, a low around 66. And on Friday, we see a chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm, a high near 83, a low around 62. Again, 87 degrees at the Grissom Aeroplex, 84 in Culver, 86 here in downtown Rochester. This has been a look at the forecast for Rochester and all of north central Indiana. The news today was brought to you by your Fulton County REMC, home of the Exceed Broadband Connection. Fulton County REMC, your touchtone energy provider. And by Wendy's. Wendy's hamburgers are made fresh, never frozen, now open late. For WROI News, I'm Paul Zartman.
Do you have the WROI News Tip of the Week? When you see or hear news happening, call 223-6059. If you have the top tip of the week, we'll pay you $10. That's 574-223-6059. 223-6059.